Hello, and thank you for tuning in to our podcast. I'm Triston.
And I'm Brian.
And this is The Upper Attic.
So, Tristan, how you been?
Oh man, I told you this earlier, man, and I've had a rough day, but I've had an amazing week.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened in the week? What made you have a good week?
Oh, baby, you already know, vacation, dude. My first vacation in so long.
A little vacay?
Hell yeah.
That's good. Where'd you go to?
I went down. You already know. I went down to Orlando. Yeah, I went down to Orlando. Hit up Universal. Rode some coasters with you. Matter of fact, didn't know if you knew about that.
Oh yeah, no, I think I was there. I think I was definitely there for that.
You were. We shared a couple beers. Not actually like the same cup, but you know.
No, while you weren't looking, I definitely took a sip out of yours.
You know, I would have offered it if you just asked.
Yeah, but you know how I am with asking.
Nope. But yeah, no, man, it was a great week for me. I went to a zoo. I went to a wax museum. That was strange.
Oh,
Yeah,
I bet.
it's really strange. I saw Selena Gomez in wax form, and I was like, you know, she's a lot cuter in wax form.
That'd be pretty cool to go to. I've never been to a wax museum before.
Well, there's one in Orlando.
Indeed, I might have to take a trip over there. But yeah, Universal is fun too. Actually, I headed over there just because it was my birthday and wanted to celebrate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little mini vacay for me. You know what I'm saying?
And man, we rode some roller coasters.
Sure did. Almost all of them actually. At least all of them in Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, we rode all of them in Islands of Adventure except for one because it kept on fucking up.
Yeah, it was the Hagrid's Adventure or something like that.
Yeah, the one with his motorcycles. It replaced Dueling Dragons, is what I heard.
Yeah, but no, it was a good time. So let's talk about today's topics. We got. I think we're gonna go over conspiracies, right? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, we got some interesting history to go over tonight. And on top of that history is some little side notes on if it fucking happened or not. What you read in your history books, was it right? Was it wrong?
Was it?
Who's to say? But today we will definitely be looking into that and figuring that out, at least for ourselves.
Yeah, we got a couple conspiracies to go over. So let's just dive right into the first one. What do you say?
All right.
So the first one we got is, I believe, JFK conspiracy.
The JFK is one of the coolest conspiracies to me. Some people say that it's solved. Obviously, some people say they're lying. Fuck them. You know, it's to say that the assassination wasn't. It was planned by the government itself. You know,
Yeah.
Which is really interesting to me. But obviously, JFK was our 35th president, and on November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy, JFK for short,
Mr. John even.
Mr.
I think a couple people called him that.
You know, I'd call him FK.
The K dog.
Yeah, the K dog. He was in a parade in Dallas, Texas. Everyone should know that. If you don't, read a book. When he was struck by 2 bullets. My man died at 46 years old. You know, that's still pretty young, man. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm hoping to at least make it to 80, you know?
If I make it to 47, at least I know I'm better than JFK.
I think some people would argue, but okay.
Fuck off. And, Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the assassination of the president,
Assassin.
Mm-hmm, of the president. And 2 days later, Oswald was killed on live television. What the fuck? What was going on in the 60s, dude?
Dude, imagine just like sitting there in front of your TV, watching Mr. Prez, stroll down the street in his nice little ride, just taking a leisurely stroll down Dallas, and then boom, his head is no longer.
Well, not even that, man. The man who killed him was killed on TV as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Old Oswald.
Yeah, he was killed on live television. Like, who pulled up the camera and was like, you know what? Public assassination. Let's do it. We're killing this
Right.
motherfucker.
Like,
You
how
know?
ballsy do you have to be to fucking do that shit, man? Like, you gotta be packing some major nuts. Like, you are a nutty individual.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I could go back in time and meet Oswald, I'd pull down his pants and see what he's working with.
I'm sure he would try to kill you too.
Woody?
Uh,
I wasn't JFK.
we
Wait,
need to fact check and see if old Oswald was into that.
just see if he was packing another type of gun.
Oh god.
The Warren Commission was then created to investigate the incident, included that Oswald acted alone, which obviously,
That's what history says, right? That's what's written down in the
yes,
old history books. Is that
yes,
he was just doing it by himself,
yeah, that he looked at JFK and was like, yeah, he's dead. I'm gonna kill him.
right? But the conspiracy here is that the old government was in on it, right? So, I'd like to think there was more to it. I'm one of those believers that I think
Okay,
I don't think it's too far fetched for the government to be like, you know what, hitman, fuck it, because the government is corrupt. As hard as that is to believe, they're corrupt. That's just my opinion on it. I believe.
okay,
I'm not gonna sit here and say, trash talk the government, but there is some individuals that are in the government that work for the government that probably shouldn't. Hmm?
that's fair. Okay,
I'd like to think that a lot more people believe that too,
yeah,
because there's theories that the CIA hired Oswald
really,
because the reason behind that is his reaction to like communism, and, like the Bay of Pigs invasion. If you know what that is.
yeah. The Bay of Pigs invasion was the failed landing operation of the southwestern coast, uh, Cuba, right? Cuba, and
Cuba,
is in 1961. I didn't remember it.
1960.
Had to actually look it up. Not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
Uh, by Cuban exiles who opposed Fidel Castro's Cuban Revolution. Real quick, can
Revolution.
we talk about that man's name?
What? Who? Oswald?
Fidel Castro.
Oh, Castro.
Fidel Castro. Cabron. You know, like that's a fucking
Fuck.
that's a
Fidel Cabron.
that's a name. Say it. Fidel. That's a cool name. Like, that's a cool name, right?
That is a pretty cool name, Fidel. I mean, I guess if you were named that nowadays, you'd probably be, arrested or
Was
some
it?
shit.
Is
Probably
it
fucking
Fidel
hazed.
or Fidel?
Fidel Castro.
Fidel. I like Fidel more.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he was. Basically, the Bay of Pigs was an invasion of Cuba in 1961 by old Fidel.
Yeah.
In
Fidel.
his
Fiddle.
Cuban Revolution.
Fidel Castro.
Fiddle.
But so I looked some stuff up on this earlier, and they were saying that others believe that like fucking mafia, Cuba, even the fucking Soviet Union were involved
The
in the
Soviet
assassination.
Union have a finger in everything. Damn it.
It seems like it throughout history. The Soviet Union is all up in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking there for all of it. They're the real fucking the man behind the curtain, if you will.
They got a finger in it. Oh, dude, you can't even lie to me.
Finger. Why'd you have to
So,
word it like that? They got a finger in it.
so you said the mafia, Cuba, or the Soviet Union,
Yeah.
and the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I'm not sure which mafia, but
Well, obviously, it's always going to be or. It's not and because this is a conspiracy theory.
they could definitely be grouping them up on that, dude.
Well, no, I'm saying it's a conspiracy theory, so it's never going to be. It was them. It was this because this is what people think.
Well, yeah.
Which,
At the end of the day, it's all he said, she said. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they could definitely be multiple of them.
And
All in on it.
obviously, one of the biggest hitters to prove this conspiracy theory was that where Oswald was chilling, his sniper spot, if you will,
Yeah.
it was impossible for him to have killed the president.
Well, like just by the length of distance, like was it a hard shot to make
I
by the
believe it was
angle?
the angle.
Uh,
I believe he was like sitting fucking wonky. I don't know. I should have looked up fucking videos of it. I don't
was
know.
he
Those
was he
still a
curving
thing.
bullets like they did in that movie? What movie was it?
The Matrix.
No, 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 no. That's where like he dodges the bullets. I'm talking about the one where like they curve the bullet. The guy like
Oh fuck! I
it's
will not be able to think
is
of
it
the name
called?
of that movie.
It's not Wanted, is it?
No,
No, no. Damn, I cannot remember the name of that movie. It was a pretty decent movie though. Exaggerated as fuck, but still pretty good.
I know what you're talking about, but the name will not come to me. I can promise you that.
All right.
And obviously now they had scientists basically conclude that Oswald did assassinate JFK. But there are still people who believe in the conspiracy. Don't be sheeps, people. Question it. Question it all. All right.
Nothing is real.
Yeah. Like,
It's all an illusion.
so I don't know how can that scientist prove it?
Yeah, he probably went out there, took some calculations and shit. Wait, you're talking about the scientist that is saying that was an impossible shot, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He probably went out there, did some field research.
No, no, no,
Fucking
no. Sorry, I fucked up. No, the person who said that Oswald did assassinate JFK.
oh, he had to have been in on it too. Whoever was writing those history books, you
Right.
know.
Okay. So obviously, it is very possible that Oswald did kill JFK, but it's way more possible that he didn't do it on his own, right? Like someone paid him.
Well, my thing is, so nowadays, I guarantee you, no one would have the fucking balls to kill someone on live fucking television, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, back then, and what was it, those 60s, right?
Yeah.
Their television, it's not like they're getting caught on 4K, So they were probably feeling a little bit more ballsy back then.
Okay.
Um,
Well, see,
but, I mean, sorry, I just want to finish this point real
go
fast.
ahead.
But that would definitely have to deter a lot of people knowing that it was on television, though, right?
No, see, this is my thought process of it. Okay. So I'm thinking, all right, so I'm going to put myself in Oswald's shoes. Okay. I'm thinking, all right, so this guy on the TV, don't like him too much. Not liking him too much.
Right,
Fair enough. Someone, but like, would I kill him? Nah, probably not. Someone knocks on my door. Hey, we're the mafia. We're the Soviet Union. We're Cuba. Fucking whatever, And they're like, we'll give you what 60s. So we'll give you $100,000 to kill JFK. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of money.
right. That's enough to set you for life, at least back then.
And like to think they probably told him like, we'll get you out of there. No one will know it's you. We just need a finger on the trigger. That's it.
Right,
And then they probably sold him out.
dude. I could see that, yeah. So, would you? So you would do it? You would if
I
you
don't,
if you were the hired hitman in this situation, would you do it?
dude. That I don't know because that's a lot, to kill the president. To
Right.
kill anybody, take a life.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd have to be offered a lot of money
Yeah. Yeah, it'd definitely take a lot.
for therapy.
Like even like Donald Trump was one of the most fucking controversial fucking presidents we've ever had, And that's just because he's like,
Not
I'm not
completely,
trying to bring politics into this at all,
not
but
completely either though. Barack Obama as well.
well, yeah, first, the past couple presidents, for that matter,
Mm,
have been very controversial.
yeah,
Uh, both have ended their terms alive. That's
that's
because
yeah.
it'd be a lot fucking harder to kill the president
Well, yeah.
nowadays.
The technology these days. I mean,
I guarantee you, at every fucking anywhere the president steps fucking foot into, there's cameras everywhere, every fucking where, every angle. You're not in from shit, guaranteed.
In the science nowadays, we can know how the bullet traveled. We could tell what kind of bullet was. We could tell what kind of gun it was fired from.
Yeah, forensics is nutty nowadays.
So I mean, nowadays it would be very difficult. So say Lee Oswald was hired to assassinate a president nowadays. I don't think he would do it.
Probably not. Why not?
I
Unless he's
genuinely don't
like
think he would
literally
do
like
it.
mentally handicapped. Because like
Well,
you
not
know,
mentally handicapped, but let's not say mentally
well,
handicapped.
I mean, psychotically fucked up in the head.
There you
How about
go.
that?
Missing something up there.
Right. Pretty much a serial killer. So let's say that. Let's
Yes,
say
there we go.
a modern day serial killer gets offered that amount of. They would do it for fucking free. You probably offer them $5 and be like, hell yeah, I'll do it. I don't care, because
Yeah.
their mental health isn't there to where like they actually give a fuck about their life. They're like, okay, if I get caught, I get caught.
Well, that's not true either.
What do you mean?
Serial killers have a survival instinct. They're not just going like murdering people in front of people. I mean, some of the most famous serial killers did it for years without being caught.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you're right on about that one, because I think I'm pretty sure I remember reading something about a lot of serial killers like having like insane IQs as well.
Yeah, like there's what the fuck is his name? He's the serial killer. He was friends with cops, and the cops didn't know his name or anything. It doesn't matter, but he was friends with cops. He went drinking with them all the time, and then when he left the bar, he went to go kill children, women, and men.
Hmm.
Without being caught.
Right.
So because they still have a survival instinct, they just uh, the best way I can explain it is the way when they kill someone, it's like when you eat a donut.
Hmm.
It's nice, it's pleasing. Or
Right.
let's say you take a drag off your vape, or you smoke a cigarette. That's nice. I needed that. That's the best way I can think about it.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's to scratch that itch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they have a survival instinct. So I don't Lee Oswald. I don't see him as a serial killer. Back then, I see him as probably needing money. Someone offered him money to do this thing.
Right. Pretty much desperation. He did it out of desperation. You think?
Exactly. But nowadays, I don't see him taking that opportunity. Mainly because I imagine he assumed he could get away back then. He assumed. Nowadays, you're definitely not going to get away.
Oh no, there's no way.
Get away with assassinating the president in broad daylight? No way.
Yeah, they're gonna find you with the GPSs that they injected you with when you got your COVID shot.
Jesus Christ. That's another conspiracy.
That's another one. Yeah, right.
That's another conspiracy.
I don't want to get into that one though. That one.
That one's that's too fresh.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anybody who got the COVID vaccination anxiety.
I'm sure you guys are fine. I'm sure if the government wanted to find you anyway, they could. They don't need GPS tracking for that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you
most
carry
everybody runs around with a smartphone with
exactly.
GPS on it. I know you turn the location off, but is it really turned off? Is it?
Is it? Don't be sheep, people. Keep your eyes out.
You keep on saying, "Don't be sheep." Oh yes, sheep. I am your shepherd.
Oh Jesus. But I mean, come on, think about it. Lee Oswald. All right, he would not
Oswald.
do it. That's his name, Lee Oswald.
Yeah, I think it's a Lee, right? I know it's not Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro. That's a badass name.
Oh, good. But speaking of the '60s, because that happened in the '60s, kind of leads into our next conspiracy here. Good old Moth Man.
Well, The 60. Oh, hold on, man. That is a jump. I'm thinking. I'm still like thinking of old Lee here.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
I start. So, no, I'm caught on him. I'm caught on him. Like I'm entranced. Like I'm thinking like.
You just want to like understand his mindset or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what's going on in
exactly.
his
I want a
head.
documentary on this man.
I'm sure
You know
there
what I
is
mean?
somewhere.
Like I want to. That'd be cool. That there has to be a documentary on all the people who assassinated presidents. Like who's the dude that assassinated Lincoln?
Uh,
I know his fucking name. It's in my head.
who was it?
It's
Hold
in
on.
my head. I know it. I know it. It is.
I got you. Hold on.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's right there. But yeah, I would love a documentary on all the presidents who assassinated all the presidents, all the people who assassinated presidents. What were they thinking? Why did they do it? How did they escape? If they did,
John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth. That's right, John Wilkes Booth.
I said Wilkes.
That's fine.
same
Yeah, like,
guy.
so Lee Harvey Oswald, and John Wilkes Booth. What the fuck were they up to? You know what I mean?
Like you said, they probably like. I guarantee that like it had something to do with them being desperate. Wanting
Like money,
being offered something that you really just can't turn down.
right?
Knowing that if it works out for you, you'll literally be set for life. Whether that be money, safety. A lot of people find comfort in being like safe. So I'm pretty sure that was a big thing back in those days.
Yeah, because I mean, it's mind-boggling to think like I want you to think where I am right now, where my mindset is. Imagine
Okay.
someone knocked at your door right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
knock.
we pause the podcast. You open the door. There's a man in a black suit.
Mm.
Mr. Brian, I will give you
Boom. He's dead. Killed him.
Who'd you kill?
The guy who knocked at my door. He's dead now. Killed him.
Okay. I will give you $100 million.
Okay.
To kill the current president.
All right. Am I getting that money up front or?
You get half of it now.
All right. I take half. I kill the man who wanted him dead.
How are you going to kill him? He's got 3 men behind him, all well equipped.
Shoot him. They're all dead. Boom. Killed them before they could even.
So basically, your answer is you wouldn't kill the president.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't do that shit.
Because there's no way you could.
But I'm legally obligated to tell you that I would never kill the president, by the way.
Well, yeah, obviously. But like, it's.
But yeah, even if like no one would ever find out, like in that situation, yeah, no, I still wouldn't. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
That's fair.
I mean, there's other ways of possibly getting large amounts of money. Play the fucking lottery or fucking invest in some shit. I don't know. Invest in Dogecoin. Invest in Dogecoin.
Oh, it dropped, dude.
Dogecoin to the moon, boys.
I don't know. Like I said, it just gets me thinking. But like you said, in 1960s, that does bring us on to our next one.
Oh,
which
my nipple ring hurts.
Has been teased.
I just say that.
Just like your nipple ring.
My bad.
Moth Man.
Moth Man. Yes. I'm waiting to talk about this one.
So, Brian, what do you know about Moth Man?
What do I know about Moth Man? I know that motherfucker likes some beans.
Beans. Mothman likes beans. Why does he like beans?
Bush's baked beans, to be exact.
Is that right?
Yeah. That dude, he can munch on some beans.
Okay.
He's a myth. I know that. So he's a myth. And what state is it? Is it Virginia?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. I know it was one of them. Yeah, so I know this is like I said, this is back in the 60s. I believe it's like 3 years after Kennedy got assassinated or something like that. There was a sighting in West Virginia I think like sometime in the winter or some shit like that. But yeah, two couples.
Two couples.
Yeah. They're from like I think Point Pleasant. Uh, their names were I know their names were like Roger and Linda Scarberry, and then the other one couple was Steve and Mary Millette. So like those two couples,
What?
they pretty much they talked to the police, right? Because apparently they had
Those
saw
names are made up. Made up.
what Steve and Mary and Roger and Linda. There's some pretty basic ass
Yeah,
names. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, they're not. Those aren't made up names. Those names are fucking basic, son. Like, come on.
Yeah, I like the last name though of the Scarberries. The Scarberry. That's a pretty dope last name.
Scarberry. We have a friend with Barry in their name.
Oh yeah, we do. Unlike some berries, tell you what. But yeah, no, pretty basic ass names if you ask me. But pretty much like so the couples they told police that they saw a large fucking gray creature whose eyes were like glowing red and shit. When the car's headlight like they were in the car, I guess. When the car's headlights like turned on, all they saw were fucking like glowing red eyes and a gray fucking like silhouette.
That's fucking terrifying.
Right. Like
Could you imagine?
I believe like West Virginia's like it's got a lot of like woods and shit, a lot of mountains and shit out there too. It's got to be fucking terrifying.
Could you imagine sitting with your shorty?
Nope.
Could you imagine sitting there by yourself,
Okay.
cutting on the headlights, and seeing a flying large man with a 10-foot wingspan?
I'd probably try to introduce myself.
And you can't forget the red eyes.
I mean, fucking bunnies have red eyes. You know,
Okay, that's fair, but he's a man. Humans don't, when a light is shined on us, we don't have the reflective thing
he
in
was
our eye
wearing cosmetic contacts.
in the 1960s.
Yep. he had two glass eyeballs. I know they had those back then.
You can't see through those. Those don't work. He's blind. He's flying blind.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It'd definitely be fucking scary as shit. I
It would
wouldn't like
be.
that too much. I don't know what I would. I don't know how I'd react in that situation. I'd have to be put in that situation. Let's take a trip up to West Virginia. Let's see if we can find him.
Let's do it. Let's go on a Mothman search
Moth
team.
hunt.
And, from that, evidently Mothman started following their car where they were driving in an area outside town known as the TNT area. TNT.
TNT.
Dynamite,
Wonder why they
baby.
call it that.
Here you go. The site of a former World War II munitions plant.
Oh, indeed. Munitions.
All
Boom.
right. Mothman was eating the TNT, got morphed into a Mothman.
Right. My question is, where do the beans come into the situation? Okay, so here's another like little thing I know about it. So I know there's a statue of this guy
Yep.
somewhere in fucking in West Virginia.
Probably Point Pleasant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess probably Point Pleasant. So if anybody is from Point Pleasant or ever like decides to visit it, you'll know that there's a statue of this mythical creature
Mm-hmm.
with wings and red
Mythical
eyes. Conspiracy
conspiracy creature. There is a statue of him, and I believe it is silver.
like the whole thing's made out of silver.
No, not made out of silver. It's just like silver colored.
Oh, okay.
But it's a giant statue of this man with a shrine of beans sitting around the statue.
Well, the beans, yeah. So, and here's I think I'm gonna look it up real fast. The beans, Mothman.
Well, while you're looking that up, I actually know a little fun fact. The beans that are picked up by the local homeless shelter and actually give the beans to the homeless, which is pretty cool. Pretty good thought. I'm
Okay.
thinking Mothman was created by the people who make beans. to increase sales.
Bush's baked beans.
Yes, they invented Mothman to sell more beans. That's a conspiracy on top of a conspiracy.
Mm. Yeah, okay, so I also want to dive into something here because it's related to Mothman, somewhat. Well, at least I'm gonna make it connected to Mothman at least. So, in Pleasant Point, right? Pleasant Point
Yes.
or Point Pleasant, whatever you want to
Point
fucking
Pleasant.
call it. Sorry if I'm offending anybody that's from there, but it's a small town anyway. Uh, there's not many African American people. Hmm?
Really?
So in that town, there's really just not that many. I don't think there's really any African American people that live up there, right? So here's my theory on this, right? And it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's kind of funny at the same time. This is my theory. So I'm thinking because people leave the beans at the statue, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's people offering, right? Like it's people giving an offering of beans. So I'm thinking here is there has to be African American people in West Virginia, in that somewhere in that area, right?
Mm.
I think there's people that offer their beans for Mothman to go and get rid of all the minorities, if you will.
Oh my God.
Do you mean think about it, those gotta be related, right? Like just not that many black people in that part of town. And people are just giving up beans. There's gotta be some kind of link there.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. I mean, it is a smallish town, right?
Well, yeah, but even the small towns have, black people, I think. You get what I'm saying though? Like could you see how those could possibly be related?
Yeah, I get
And
you.
like I said, I'm not trying to bring race into this, but I'm just saying, like, there really ain't that many black people out there. There's a mythical creature. People are offering beans. There's got to be something there.
Okay. Um.
You good, buddy?
Yeah, I was looking something up. Oh my God. In Point Pleasant, in let's see here, in 2019, there was 4,000 people living in Point Pleasant. Only
Only
4,000 fucking
4,000.
people living in Point Pleasant.
What percentage of those people were African American? That's the next statistic I want to know.
I don't think I can actually pull that up. Oh,
Probably because they're
man.
trying to hide it from us.
That's so you have a conspiracy on top of a conspiracy as well, do you?
That's just Well, the first conspiracy is even his existence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy has a fucking statue built after him. They don't build statues for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, now, no, okay, so not only did the two couples see them, what were their names? Oh, Roger and Linda, and Steve and Mary. It was two volunteer firemen who saw it and said it was a large bird with red eyes. So I'm thinking. I mean, these are there. It's always like some kind of winged creature with red eyes. The red eyes are the most distinctive thing, right?
It's not Bigfoot. I can tell you that.
Bigfoot can't fly, as far as we
You
know.
don't know that.
And here's another thing that's kind of interesting. That's connected to Mothman. All right, so Chernobyl happened in 1986. Okay,
Right. Chernobyl. Mm-hmm.
some workers reported seeing a large winged creature with red eyes before the Chernobyl disaster, and even then claimed that it was an omen of impending doom or disaster. Now, there's a conspiracy of there's fuck. I'm digging. I'm going into a rabbit hole. I can't.
Well, so
So
your conspiracyception is about to happen here.
yeah, exactly. They're all connected. But so the red-eyed creatures in
Mm.
Chernobyl was that Mothman
You said creatures as in plural.
creature? Sorry.
Oh, let's say if it's just one, then yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and so why did he go to Chernobyl? Why did Mothman fly all the way to Russia?
I'll tell you why. To get rid of all the black people.
That's where he drops them.
Oh, it's so fucked up.
Yes, it is. It's fine. Bigfoot will fight Mothman. Bigfoot is he is black.
I was about to say, what race is Bigfoot? You know, I don't know. It's got a little sidebar, but from the land of Bigfoot Tia.
He's a Wookiee.
Next conspiracy: Star Wars is real. All of it.
Fair enough.
Oh god. But yeah, so what do you believe in Mothman? Is my question.
All right. I'm gonna get hate on for this. No, I do not believe in Mothman.
You don't believe in Mothman? How
No.
dare you? How
I
dare
really
you
don't.
not believe?
It's weird because I do somewhat believe in Bigfoot.
The man has a fucking statue. Does Bigfoot have a statue?
No, which makes me believe him even more. Obviously, when I watch those shows where people are going oh, to try to fucking look for Bigfoot, that makes me be like, these people are fucking nuts.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, Bigfoot seems more tangible. I think Bigfoot's just a fucking monkey that got out of the zoo.
That's a big monkey. Oh man,
It's a gorilla.
What kind of fucking gorilla is that?
I got nothing.
Oh gosh,
I got nothing.
But okay, so what if Mothman is just like some dude that just dresses up in a costume or whatever, and just in the middle of night just comes and steals the beans and they're gone? Because there's been reportings of the beans like disappearing after they're offered in the morning.
Well, yeah, it's the that would be the homeless
So
shelter.
so this is the thing. It's some guy. He's in a costume. He has 10-foot fucking wings on.
How does he
He's
fly?
jetpack. How did they have jetpacks back in the 60s? No. How did he get one? He's a time traveler.
Holy shit.
Boom.
I'm not
Mind
ready for
blown.
this, dude. I'm not ready.
Mothman is a time traveler from the future.
But we have jetpacks now. Like water jetpacks.
Maybe he has better ones. Technology is always improving. He's from the future, even our future from now. It's 2021.
Whoa, dude. So you're telling me
he goes back in time. What?
He went back in time.
Yes,
for
he went.
Beans?
The beans is just kind of like the cherry on top.
Maybe. Hold on.
Racism racism still exists. He goes back in time. He tries to get rid of all the black people.
Jesus. All right, here's my conspiracy on top of conspiracy on top of conspiracy. Okay. He goes back in time for the beans because in the future there is a bean shortage.
Okay.
And he's collecting the beans, brings them back.
Okay.
To replenish the beans.
So he's getting past beans. Beans from the past.
Yes.
Beans to the future.
I need a movie right
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be a good movie.
It's just a dude that's dressed up as a moth.
His time travel machine is getting into a giant can of Bush's baked beans.
What I want to know is Mothman, was he a moth that could turn into a man or a man that turned into a moth? Is he like the Spider-Man of moth?
Wait, what? You're saying, is he a moth?
Why, if Mothman exists, why isn't he a hero? Why is he just here for fucking beans? Why isn't he helping people with his flight capabilities?
I don't know. That got me thinking, what other capabilities does he have? What can he do with his mothical powers?
Maybe mothical. Holy shit. So maybe he is from Chernobyl. Maybe that's where he was born. When did Chernobyl happen? When did Chernobyl happen?
Chernobyl?
I'm looking it up right now.
I must say, you're going to have to give that a good Google. I'm not the best at history or knowing dates and shit. For that, we need our good friend Tyler. Old Ty.
Oh, fuck. Doesn't line up, buddy.
No? When did Chernobyl happen?
1986.
1986. Time travel.
1986. I was going to say, dude, if it was
He takes
1965, it would make so much sense.
Maybe. Yeah.
1986, that didn't happen too long ago.
Oh.
That's like, what, 40 years?
Yeah.
Jesus. No wonder we're still talking about it. But why are we still talking about Mothman? 1966? Fuck.
What? What's wrong with 1966?
So long ago. Mothman's got rep. Mothman's got more clout than
to go
me.
down in history, Buddy has a whole statue. I'm telling you, dude. Like, there's no way that he will ever be forgotten. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not that many people that know about him, but still. Visit old fucking Point Pleasant one good time. And doesn't Point Pleasant have some like haunted like buildings and shit too?
Yeah, and he has his own museum.
Yeah, he has a fucking statue and a museum.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, no, that's time traveler.
Time traveler. Where's the Bigfoot Museum, motherfuckers? I need it now.
Indeed.
Where's my goddamn orangutan?
All right, well, so I think it's time for sponsor.
Okay.
All right. Today's sponsor is beans. Or without beans, where would we be? That's today's sponsor.
Beans, everybody. The more you eat, the more you Mothman.
How does one Mothman?
You travel back in time and dress as a giant moth.
And collect the beans left for you.
And steal the beans. All the beans.
To replenish your other beans from in the future. What a conspiracy.
What? Oh, Mothman?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a weird one. Yeah, I'm sure there's more weird ones out there. I'm sure there are.
Probably. So let's get away from Mothman for a little bit. Mothman's kind of giving me a headache.
Fair enough. It's all the beans.
Bing. Thank you. You mentioned something earlier about a segment. Yeah. We're introducing segments now.
Yeah, we're going to try to introduce segments. Just a short little, either a joke or we have a guest on for a few minutes, something like that. Now, actually, Brian, let's give a little teaser to hopefully our next segment.
Segment. Oh gosh, now I'm interested.
Is actually mine and Brian's grandmother. We're going to try to have on for our next episode, or hopefully sometime in the future. If not our next episode, she's a very busy woman.
She is very busy.
But we can give you her name. Brian.
Good old Moira.
Mm-hmm.
Our grandmother, she's a trip. I'll tell you that much.
She is. Lovely woman. Very lovely woman. Hopefully next episode we can have her on here for you guys. She is just such a nice lady.
She is. She has a bad memory though. That she has a terrible memory.
Her and her husband Jonathan. She doesn't remember his name a lot.
Yeah.
Or she remembers his name. She doesn't actually remember how the relationship went. But that's okay because we love her to death. That's all that matters.
That's old Grandma Moira.
But today's segment is quite interesting. I think we're gonna have fun with it.
Oh yeah. From what I've heard, from what you told me, it sounds pretty good. So let's get into our segment. Yeah.
So today's segment is called The Interviewer.
Ooh.
In this segment, I am going to be asking or telling you, Brian, who you are, what you do for a living, and some other minute details about yourself that you do not know yet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you about your job or who you are or your family or anything, and you have to answer those questions. And through this whole process, I'm trying to make you laugh, and you are trying to make me laugh with your answers. That is today's segment. the interviewer.
Sounds fun. Let's get started.
All right.
Little improv. I'm down.
Okay, Brian. So your name is, let's see, Dick Cummins.
Hi, I'm Dick Cummins.
And you...
You're already laughing. You're losing.
No, I'm not. I'm laughing at my own thing. It's okay. All right. So your name is Dick Cummins, and you are, you do the physicals.
I do physicals.
You do physicals. You are 43 years old,
Okay.
and you have a family of 4.
Family of 4.
A wife and 3 kids.
3 kids?
3 kids.
3 kids and a
All
wife.
girls.
Okay. Dick Cummins. I'm a physical person that takes physicals.
Yeah, I don't know what that name is, but you're a person that takes physicals. I think it's just a normal doctor.
I'm gonna call myself a doctor. Yeah, Dr. Cummins.
But you main in giving physicals.
Okay.
So, Mr. Dick, can I call you Dick or shall I call you Mr. Cummins?
Please, Dr. Cummins is fine.
Okay. I'm so sorry, I forgot the title. So, Dr. Cummins, what are your first thoughts
Dick.
when you're about to give a physical?
Just Dick.
Dick.
Yep. Knowing the fact that I'm gonna. I was gonna say the fact that my job is literally to take people's pants down and see what they're working with.
I win, motherfucker. All right.
God damn it.
Your turn. Give me a name. Give me a job.
All right. Give me a second to think of something here. Okay. Anything of a good name.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. We got plenty of time.
All right. Your name is Harry Calkins.
Harry Calkins. I like that. Has some spunk.
Yeah. I like that one too. Harry Calkins, you are an astronaut.
Yes. Harry Calkins, the astronaut. That is me. Yes.
You are married to Deborah. Deborah Calkins.
My wife, Deborah. Yes. Very good woman, that Deborah.
You're 64 years old.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
And you're suffering from dementia.
Wait, I'm 64? What's my name?
Harry.
Yes. Harry.
So Mr. Harry, I'm glad to have you on the podcast today.
Are you talking to me, Sonny?
Yes, your name is Harry?
Harry, okay. Yes.
Harry Calkins? Is your Calkins Harry?
What?
You got a Harry Calkins, Mr. Calkins?
Are you talking about my genitalia, young man?
I'm just asking what the people want to know.
Everything from the neck down is like a jungle. Let me tell you that, young man.
Now tell me a bit about your job, Mr. Calkins.
Well, let me tell you this. I was one of the first men on the moon.
Really?
Yes, Neil Armstrong. I was them. I was him. I am Neil Armstrong.
No, you're Harry Calkins.
Oh.
Damn, I had a good follow-up question too. I was hoping you wouldn't laugh yet.
It was your Harry Calkins that fucked me up.
It's a good one, huh?
Oh shit! What was your question?
Fuck, what was it? Oh, I was gonna ask if you buried your Harry Calkins on the moon.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
shit!
God.
But that was our segment. The interviewer.
Hope you guys loved that as much as we did.
That was pretty fucking funny.
Good old Dick Cummins and Harry Calkins.
Feel free to use that in any drinking games. Just replace the "if you laugh, you lose" with "if you laugh, you drink." Very fun. Very cool.
Fun for the whole family. You know, bring the kids in.
Bring Harry
as long
Calkins.
as they're above 21 or not. Just
and
just kidding.
If you do play the game, just make sure you say trademarked by the Upper Attic. And we're cool. We're all cool. Copacetic, dog.
All copacetic. What an interesting word for A-OK.
Copacetic?
Yeah, it's like such a long word for just saying, we're all good.
That's fair.
Copacetic. That's 4 syllables. You want to get into our last conspiracy here?
We can.
All right.
That's
So this is one I thought of.
okay.
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah. There's so many conspiracies on like what dreams like are, how they like, or do they actually exist?
Okay.
If they do exist, like what really are they, like down to
What
like
do
the
they
nitty
mean?
gritty, right? Yeah. So before we start, I wanna explain my. It's not really my theory because I know it's a theory that already exists, but it's a theory that I think could be very possible. All right.
Okay.
So hear me out on this one. So when you go to sleep, right, and you have dreams, whatever, because you can have multiple dreams. If you guys didn't know that, so that's been proven by science. You have, I think, you have like you can have anywhere from like 1 to 7 dreams, I believe, or something like that.
I thought it was like upwards of like 20. I thought you were like straight dreaming.
No, it's not that many. It's like I think it's like 1 to 7 dreams a night.
Okay, cool.
Some can last like literally like seconds. Some can last hours, whatever. But from what I know or what I believe is, I believe it's a parallel. It's like a bridge between 2 parallel universes. And so I think that because how many times have you woken up, right, in the morning, whatever, and you know that you had a dream, right? But it's all so vivid that you really just like you can't remember specific ideas,
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
right? So my thought on that is that like what vivid memories or whatever I guess memories that you do remember from the dream is kind of like a quick little like peek into the parallel universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's and fuck, sorry. There's a lot of like emotions and shit that are involved to it, like that attach you to that kind of connect you to that world.
Well, see, okay, so my thing is that I feel like this is also connected to deja vu.
Yeah, I hate that feeling of deja vu.
No, I just had it earlier while we were talking. I had deja vu. I was like, I've talked about this before, and I've talked about it to you in this room through this mic.
Right.
You know, um,
Over the power of the internet.
over the power of the internet. I've heard a story before. Okay,
Okay.
it's pretty spooky story. It goes
A
on to
spooky, scary story.
this conspiracy. So there was this grandmother. Okay. And if I'm telling the story wrong, feel free to call me out on it. But this is how I remember it. There's a story of this grandmother. Okay.
Right.
She was sitting in her living room and she was watching TV like usual. She lived alone. She was bored, watching TV, chilling.
Big chills.
She looked to her right and saw 3 shadow figures and got scared,
Mm-hmm.
then woke up. Right?
Okay.
And
I'm tracking.
as she saw the shadow figures, they seemed scared as well. And they ran out of the room. Then she woke up and she was like, what a weird dream. What a strange dream that was.
Right.
2 months later, grandma died, passed away. She was old, peacefully in her sleep. Very good. Happens.
Right.
Her grandchildren went to her house to pick up her belongings, finish up, what you have to do. Sad, but it's life.
Yeah.
They went into her living room where she always watched TV. They saw a shadow figure sitting in the chair. Looked at grandma. When she looked back at them, she looked panicked. They ran out of the room.
You're giving me the chills.
Whoa. What was that, Brian? Was that deja vu? Was grandma dreaming of the future? And how could she be dreaming of the future if in the future she was passed away?
I have something to say on that.
Okay.
So in this, I'm tying this into my parallel universe theory. So I feel like deja vu is when something actually did, or is happening at the exact same time of each universe. Like it kind of like
Okay.
they happen at the same time, so they're tied together in that aspect. So the you that's in this other parallel universe is either has already gone through that feeling of or whatever, and or it's happening at the exact same time. And if it is happening at different periods of time between the two universes, that would mean that the you in the other universe also has to experience deja vu. So that means that you've done something that were to where they have to feel deja vu as well.
Okay. See, I have my own theory on that.
Okay. Okay. Like that you're building
All
off of it.
right.
Okay.
I respect yours. Yours is good. I like that actually. I never actually put those together. Mine is that time is happening all at once. Obviously you heard like time is linear or whatever. I feel like
Right.
time is happening all at once, past, future, present. It's all happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's all happened. It's all happened.
Right.
You know? So I believe that every once in a while your mind it catches up to time, or it aligns with what's actually happening, which is past,
So
present,
you
and
think?
future.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do you think like the present is the past? Is that what you're referring to, or?
No, I think the present and the past and the future are happening all at the same time. I know it's super hard to imagine, but I think they're all happening at the same time.
Well, if you think about it, both. I mean, the present it's the present, right? There's nothing that changes that. Like now is now, right?
Mm-hmm.
The future is just an idea. It's imaginary. It doesn't
Yeah,
exist yet. And the past is something that you think or has happened or actually has happened.
correct.
At least that's to my understanding.
Yes, and that is time is linear. It's in a line, right?
Hmm.
Past is behind you. Present is right now. Future is in front of you. I believe. So think about it like this. Think about putting out a piece of paper long ways, drawing a
Right.
dot at the very end of it, drawing a dot at the middle of it, drawing a dot at the end of the paper,
Okay.
then folding it three ways. So the dots are all lined up once you
Hmm.
fold it. Then punching a pencil through those three dots. It's just a hole. So I believe the three dots on the piece of paper when it's unfolded is what we see. When it is folded, I think that's how it actually is. They're all happening at the same time. And I
Oh,
think everyone, so we just can't comprehend that. Our minds aren't that advanced. And I think they have the ability to be that advanced, but we don't use that much of our brain power.
yeah.
So I believe that every once in a while, especially when we're dreaming, because our body's relaxed and asleep, it's our mind that's awake. I think our mind has the ability to see past, present, and future, omnipresent, all at the same time.
That is a lot to take in.
Right? Interesting. Interesting stuff. That is
Very.
cool.
Like honestly, I've never heard of that kind of like ideology.
Really?
To think that, yeah, because I mean I don't know. I've always just thought that time is, or like it's one of the three. It's either like you're when you can think of the past, right? But you
Hmm.
can't live in the past.
Right.
Technically, you can't. You can
But
do
you
things
can
that you have done in the past.
but you can remember the past, and every once in a while you remember the future.
Mm.
I just fucked you up because think about it. Deja vu is remembering the future.
Oh, I see. That's very fucking.
You
That's very
doing it,
fucking interesting.
you doing it is reminding you, wait, I've thought of this before. That before was you remembering the future, was you already doing it. Because you were asleep or your mind was drifting off into space and you had deja vu.
Yeah, see, I never thought of it about like tying the the deja vu feeling to the future. Like I've always just thought of it as the past, but what you're doing is you're meshing all of those into one. I don't know. That's fucking trippy, dude. That's some trippy shit.
That's trippy, right?
Yeah. So how are you correlating this with Dreamland?
So I think when you dream, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've had dreams where you dream something and then it happens. To be a week later, a month later, a year later, it happens, right?
I don't know. I can't think of a time that's actually happened.
Really?
But then again, I have some really outlandish fucking dreams.
Well, yeah, every once in a while you do have some wacky dreams.
I've
But I've
had
had,
dreams to where like I fear the future because something
Mhm.
like that has happened. Like a lot of nightmares of mine are very realistic and it could happen. But as far as like regular just dreams, my dreams are so wacky that it wouldn't happen. Or
See,
it's at least it's not possible at the current time.
I had a dream. This is really weird. I had a dream. I was going to work and I swerved a bit because it was wet out. And this was a
Mm-hmm.
while ago, probably 2018. I swerved a bit and I almost hit a fence, a wooden fence to the right of me. I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I straightened it out, never thought of it again. You know,
Right.
2 years later, I was driving down that road and I had deja vu. I swerved and almost hit that fence, straightened it out, started driving.
And you remember that dream?
Same car. Mind you, back in that time that I had that dream, I did not have that car.
That's pretty fucking weird. It's
That's what I'm saying.
hard to wrap your mind around that.
It's all happening at the same time. Now, let me hit you with something fat here. All right, I know we're running heavy on time. And this doesn't have to do with your conspiracy, but we're in this topic and I have to hit you with it.
Okay.
The other day, I was leaving work and I saw someone wearing the exact same clothes as me. I didn't tell anyone about this because it's kind of nutty. Because, I mean, it sounds like I'm crazy. Anyways,
Okay.
I was leaving work and they're wearing black jeans, black boots, black t shirt, what I wear to work,
Your normal garb.
and a gray beanie. That's
Your
what
normal
hit
garb.
me. That's what hit me. A gray beanie. That's what killed me. People usually wear black beanies. It was a gray beanie. I was like, oh, nice fit, dog. Got in my car, started driving out, go to home.
Mm.
Passed him. He looked at me. I looked at him.
Yeah.
Looked exactly like me.
Really?
Looked exactly like me. When I looked at him, I could tell my face changed. I felt me being shocked. He looked at me. He looked shocked as well. It looked just like me. What was that? Looked in my rearview mirror. He was gone.
That's some weird shit.
Sounds like I'm crazy, right? Maybe I
Yeah.
am.
Sounds like
But
you're batshit.
exactly. That's what I said. I was like, damn, I'm crazy. I
Right.
was like, I'm fucking stupid. I'm nutty.
Right.
But
You're a nutty
no.
individual.
But I swear to God, dude, it happened. I swear. I'm dismissing it at this point, but it happened. And I looked it up, and it was like, if you see your doppelganger, something bad is going to happen. You know, and and today, I feel like that was my bad. I had so much bad shit happen today. So much bad shit. It caught up to me. I don't know. It was weird.
Had to
That's
have.
not connected to your dreams, but that's what I think.
Yeah, that's definitely some weird shit, man. So real quick before we at the end in this the podcast here, I wanted to go over something that I found really interesting. So blind people, right?
Okay.
Blind people. I'm talking. When I say blind people, I mean blind people like born from birth.
Okay.
They can't dream, or they can dream, but they can't see anything. I'm pretty sure they can only hear.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like their dreams they can only hear like things going on around them. I'm sure like, well, I don't know, because like it's weird to even think like, can blind people like, I mean obviously they can, but like can blind people really have such like any kind of imagination? You know, can they create things in their mind without I've ever actually seen anything. Isn't that like something that's
You're
pretty
blowing
trippy
my
to think
mind right
about?
now.
Huh?
You're blowing my mind right now.
Right? Because I mean, like, if you weren't born blind, like, and if you like you've seen the world before, say you're like 15 and then you go blind, right? You can still dream about things, because like, but your dreams are limited to those 15 years of things that you've seen.
Right.
Which I mean, you can see a lot in 15 years, but it's not to say that you can't see. You can see everything that's ever happened, really. I mean, no
Right.
one really ever
Right.
sees everything, ever happen in their lifetime. But you know what I'm saying though? Like they've seen less of what someone that it's like 80 years old
So,
would
are
have
you
seen.
telling me blind people can't dream visually? Like, we
Yeah,
see a dog that can fly and shoots some fire out of its mouth.
yeah. So instead of a blind person's uh, imagination being able to create visuals, it creates auditory sounds instead that goes on around them.
That has to be terrifying.
Isn't it? Because imagine having a nightmare, but all it is just black, and you just hear these fucking horrible sounds.
Would it be better just to hear or to hear and see?
I think it would be better to be able to fucking see and
To
hear. I
at
think.
least see what's making that noise?
Yeah, but then again, if a person's blind and they can't see, and all they really see is just black, then they've got to be at least used to it. So maybe the darkness is kind of like their safe zone. So maybe they would if you ask a blind person that question, they'd probably be like, I don't want to see what's around me. I'm comfortable
If we
just
have any
listening.
blind listeners, we'd love to have you as a guest ask these questions. If you're not offended, if you are offended, fair enough. Just let us know. We'll stop talking about it.
But yeah, no, isn't that just like mind-boggling to think about? To have never seen anything in your life, so you cannot create these visuals in your dream space.
That is weird. That is a troubling thing to think about.
And I'm sure from like a blind person's perspective, it's like completely. It's like, oh, it's normal, just whatever. But and I don't know, it's just really fucking weird to me. Not weird, just interesting, I guess. I don't want to say weird. Weird sounds kind of like an insult, but
No, it's different.
yeah. So but I guess that in that sense, there we're going back to my theory on the parallel universe thing here. So instead of a normal person, their bridge being visuals to their other parallel universe, the blind person uses just hearing. So that
Mhm.
bridge is not as and I'm not saying trying to be mean here, but it's just not as well built as someone that can see and hear to connect the two worlds via dream. Mm,
However, but if they're used to just hearing, that bridge is completely normal to them.
indeed.
As in they're just used to hearing. So they can hear things people say and then hear it again and be like, oh, deja vu.
Right.
We just see more. Obviously. Fuck, that sounded offensive.
Well, the thing is though, uh, blind people, honestly, they like in real life, they can see and not see with their eyes, obviously, but they can tell their environments. Like their sense of direction and everything is so like more superior than a person that can actually see.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah,
They've changed their sense of they've trained their sense of direction
yeah, which is fucking crazy because like
easily. Yeah,
y- you think like being able to see something, you have more of a that
advantage.
visual advantage. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to oh you can use landmarkings whatever, right?
Yeah,
But they all they have technically really is just their hearing and their
sense of
their
feel. Yeah,
feel for the world as well as their feet, and
right.
touch. So that's just really crazy to how they really have that much of an edge on people that can actually see what's going on around them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, that was a little ramble there. It
No,
really,
no, that is very interesting. That has given me a putting my mind in a bottle, dog. I'm shaking it.
You're shaking your bottle up.
Yeah.
Oh
man,
right, well, I
I
think we should
believe that's our
wrap
time.
up here. Yeah.
Well, let's go over a couple things real quick. We have a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
Brian, would you like to let everyone know what we are available on?
Sure. Yeah. So currently we are available on the website Anchor. We are also available on Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Breaker, Spotify, as well as YouTube. So I mean, take your pick out of those. You know, we're still trying to work on getting on Apple Podcasts as well. We'll definitely let you guys know when that becomes available, so you guys can keep up to date on that. And to be kept up to date, if you decide to watch this on YouTube or listen to it on Spotify, you know, hit the follow. Give us a good follow. You know, it doesn't hurt. Click a little button. You know, get a quick little notification what we're doing, what we're up to. Yeah.
He's very correct. And just to let everyone know, if you liked this podcast today, if you liked things we talked about, and if you liked a certain thing we talked about, let us know. And in our next podcast or our next one, we will expand on it, talk a little bit more about it, get into more detail, look at more history, learn more about it so we can talk about it more in detail.
Oh yeah, we love taking ideas, guys. So just toss something out there. We'll ramble forever. I mean, I think we've proven that.
So if you want to hear about it, just say it. We'll talk about it. If you are a friend and we know you personally, or if you're a new listener, if you want to hear about it, we're small enough to where we'll listen to you and we'll do it.
Oh yeah. I think that's gonna wrap it up here. But just one last time, I just want to thank everybody for listening. Those who support us so far. Don't forget to hit that like and follow button. Really makes us want to do this shit even more. I mean, we're probably gonna do it anyways, but
absolutely,
definitely doesn't hurt to encourage us, you know, guys.
But thank you for tuning in today. I'm Triston,
and I'm Brian,
and you just listened to The Upper Attic.